Equally as interesting were the range and variety of motorcycles from the 1911 Precision to a 5-year-old Kawasaki Superbike. Gay Cullen's costume was a depiction of a 51-year-old Triumph Tiger Cub, a bike which became popular when the law changed in 1960, restricting learners to a maximum of 250cc. She also entered a 4-year-old Harley-Davidson Sportster, one of the few Harleys designed for ladies. Drawing a lot of attention was the Swiss-made Condor A350. This is one of the 500 made in 1973. A civilian version of the original military bike, it was mostly used by the Swiss government. Apart from all the motorcycles and cars on display, the thousands attracted to the one-day event had a lot more to see. Overhead there were regular flypasts, including this King Air 200, demonstrating its ability at low-level flying on only one engine.
Thank you, Phoenix Aviation. Big hand.
When the sky was clear, a model aircraft took to the air, controlled from the ground by Eric Hallard, put it through a series of impressive maneuvers, as well as providing a bird's eye view of the show. On the ground, children could be left in safe hands whilst the parents meandered along the Auto Expo line of exhibits, including the chance to select a brand new car or drool over even more oldies belonging to members of the Vintage and Classic Car Club. With so much to see, the Elegance Pavilion provided a welcome break and a chance to catch one's breath in an attractive and relaxing setting. The IT world of the Access Kenya Group not only set the benchmark for the transfer of information at the Concours, but also showcased the products that make them a market leader in internet services and IT solutions.
It's given us the opportunity to really tell a lot of people about what we can do, why we are number one in the market, and it's given us the opportunity to showcase a lot of our products and services and help people to understand the kind of things you can do with connectivity when you get the right partner.
The show had reached midday, and the African Odyssey cars were beginning to put in an appearance when attention was once again drawn skywards as 5 members of the Skydivers Club of Kenya parachuted through the clouds from a height of 5,000 feet, all aiming for the marker in the middle of the racecourse.
Great display from the Kenya Skydivers. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic every time. No such thing as a bad one. It was tremendous.
For those with their eye on taking on a project of restoring an old car, the Classic Car Sale offered a variety of models to choose from. It's at events like this that a real treasure can be found, although even we thought that this 1947 Morris 10-4 was bordering on its sell-by date.
Do you think you can restore this to original condition?
Yeah, I think so, because the engine is running, yeah, and everything is there. Only a very few things.
What is going to be your cut-off point?
About 500,000 Kenya shillings. That's the cut-off point. I cannot sell it for less.
An innovation at the Concours was an auto jumble, offering the opportunity for enthusiasts to pick up surplus bygone parts that were a treasure, especially for anyone restoring an old Chevrolet.
I'm from Canada, and it's very popular to have a jumbo along with a car show, so I'm pleased to see it starting. I'm restoring a 1939 Chevrolet, and it's amazing what you pick up. Several extra parts and parts from a donor car.
The car paddock was shoulder to shoulder with the admiring public, all choosing their own favorites to win the competition. The most popular were the open-top sports cars, and especially the Alfa Romeo Spiders, which are widely regarded as a design classic. This 1972 example is a previous Concours winner, and despite its immaculate condition, was only placed 10th, having lost most points for its interior. The Beetle is the best-selling car of all time and is still being produced in Mexico, although originals like this are few and far between. This was little consolation for the owners, who were disappointed when it only came 9th. In 8th was this 1973 left-hand drive MGB GT, which had been imported to Kenya from North America. The paintwork is a VW colour, a Sirocco red, which does not contain any orange. It lost 7 points for its external finish, but the judges gave it the highest score of the day for its interior.
He win in the class, and overall, you know, the competition up, the air is very thin. So I am happy what I have achieved even with the MG.
The Mini is another icon of the past, voted as the second most influential car of the 20th century behind the Ford Model T. This one is a fine example of the Mark III version, manufactured in 1972. It held the lead for a short while, but was eventually placed 7th. The car judged to have the best external finish was this rare burgundy 1967 Alfa Romeo Sprint, which was a strong contender for a podium place. But when it lost 11 points for its interior, it dropped to 6th.
My marks go up every year, you know. In the 3 years or so I've been in, each year the marks have gone up. But it's just that others get better than I do.
The motorcycle judging was well beyond the halfway point, with the parade ring almost full to capacity. The judges were now looking at the 1943 Ariel from Britain. It was a threat for a top placing until it was marked down for its trim, taking 3rd in its class and came 11th overall. But Eric Lonsborough was far from unhappy.
I came from England to represent the UK, and I never expected to win anything, so this is a bonus.
The Vintage Motorcycle Club of South Africa are regular participants in the Concours and are always considered to be strong contenders. This year was no different, and it was tense as the 1963 BMW was presented to the judges. But any chance of a top placing went when it was marked down at each judging point, and the final points tally placed it 7th.
It's just delightful to be here. I haven't done very well myself today, but it's just delightful to be here.
The 1911 Beardmore Precision is only one of the 60 motorcycles owned by enthusiast Stephen Helm. Not only a rare piece, but difficult to control.
Has a lot of problems to it since there's no gearbox, there's no clutch. It either starts and goes or you stop. There's no way of stopping besides cutting the motor.